Bartlett. Batting second in left field, Carl Crawford. Batting third, the second baseman, Mr. Ben Zobrist. Batting fourth, third baseman, Evan Longoria. Batting fifth, first baseman, Carlos Pena. Batting sixth in center field, VJ Upton. Batting seventh, the DH, Willie Ibar. Batting eighth, the catcher, Dion Air Navarro. And playing right field, batting ninth, Gabe Kapler.
Great job, Daniel Burke from Newton, Massachusetts, as John Lester is on the mound today for the Red Sox. His third appearance of the year starts against the Yankees and at Minnesota. Still looking for his first win. The loss came at Minnesota last time out in a 5-inning effort for John Lester. He gave up 9 hits and 4 runs. He takes on the Rays today. His career against Tampa Bay, a 6-2 mark against the Rays.
The Red Sox are 11th in the American League in defense with 8 errors in their 11 games. Adrian Beltre will be at third base. Marco Scutaro, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second and Kevin Youkilis at first. Left to right, Jeremy Hermida, Mike Cameron, and J.D. Drew. And Jason Varitek gets to start behind the plate, catching John Lester.
Umpiring crew today, Ted Barrett's got the plate calling the balls and strikes. Angel Campos at first base. Brian Gorman, the crew chief, is at second base, and Tony Randazzo is the umpire at third. They're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Well, right now, the sun shining brightly across Fenway Park as Jason Bartlett stands in on the right side. And the first pitch in this one from John Lester is in there for strike one. Jason Bartlett off to a .227 start, no homers, and 4 runs batted in. Waves at that pitch and is quickly down 0-2.
Lester going with the fastball to start with, then goes to the curveball to quickly get ahead of Jason Bartlett. Bartlett's hit him well at .391.
30-year-old who has now started 11 of the first 12 games in a leadoff spot for the Rays. At one point he had been dropped down to number 9 in this order for the Rays when Akinori Iwamura was leading off as part of the 2008 Rays, who, of course, got as far as the World Series. Joe Madden in his 5th season at the helm for the Rays, winning the first 2 games of this series. Bartlett has a .330 career average against left-handed pitching. He's 8th among active players. But now this time against this lefty on this day as Lester strikes him out.
That's a great sign right there. After everything had been inside, they want to go away. Fastball outside corner, perfect pitch to pick up the strikeout.
So 1 down here in the first inning. And Carl Crawford stands in. 300 with a home run, 8 runs batted in. Eighth straight opening day for him in left field for the Tampa Bay Rays. Skips in for ball 1. Red Sox try to keep him off the bait spaz. He has 29 consecutive stolen bases against Boston since he was last caught in September of 2005. Ironically, it was Tim Wakefield who caught him leaning. As the pitch misses for ball 2, 2-0.
So it wasn't a direct throw out at second base then.
Pickoff.
A pickoff.
As he takes strike 1. As it stands, he's stolen 56 of 60 bases against the Red Sox. .933 percentage of thefts against Boston. And it is the greatest success rate against the Red Sox. There's strike 2. 2-2. For whatever reason, John Lester has been off to slow starts. 08 and an 09 and first 2 starts of 2010. But in each case, he kind of flips a switch. After a good outing in 08, it was the no-hitter which turned his season around. Last year, you can make an argument after his very tough outing in Seattle, and visible frustration, verbal frustration for John Lester. And then he turned it around, and hoping for it to turn around a little earlier this year. Breaking ball, and it's strike 3. Crawford goes chasing. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the day for John Lester.
First strikeout to Bartlett on the fastball. This time he gets ahead of Crawford. He goes to the curveball to pick up the strikeout. Lester had one fastball, and that at bat to Crawford. That was 97 miles an hour. I mean, he gets tired of hearing about why did he get off the slow start. So you don't know how to answer that question. You really don't. You come to spring training prepared. You work hard in spring training, and things just don't break for you right out of the chute. And there's no answer for it.
Because after he flips the switch, you can make an argument that he's the game's best left-hander at times.
Yep.
He's got the first 2 outs here in the first inning. Ben Zobrist, a .250 average. Fouls it down by the shoe tops, and it's 1-1. 28 years of age. 3rd time he's been on a Rays opening day roster. Center fielder Mike Cameron, step or 2 towards right center. Zobrist to go the other way. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
That's the cut fastball from John Lester at 93 miles an hour. Right here out of the chute in the first inning, showing some outstanding stuff.
All geared up, had to wait a half an hour in the rain delay. The 1-2. Thought he had strike 3, and I think probably did in 97. We'll take a look.
I'd have to say he did. I think what fooled Ted Barrett is see Veritek sets up away, and the ball's right over the middle of the plate.
In the dirt. It's a full count now. Bartlett struck out looking. Crawford strikes out swinging. And a full count to Ben Zobrist. Zobrist strikes out looking. Lester strikes out the side in order. The Red Sox coming up.
Puts in flaws.
Scoreless back at Fenway Park as the Red Sox come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the Red Sox starting nine. It's brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers on Junior Announcer Day.
Hi, I'm Adam Burke of Newton, Massachusetts. Leading off for the Red Sox at shortstop, Marco Scudero. Batting second at second base, Dustin Pedroia. Batting third, the DH, Mr. Victor Martinez. Batting fourth, first base, Kevin Euclid. Batting fifth in right field, J.D. Drew. Batting sixth at third base, Adrian Beltre. Batting seventh, playing left field, Jeremy Hermida. Batting eighth, the catcher, Jason Varitek. And playing center field, batting ninth, Mike Cameron.
Nice job, Adam, as Marco Scudero leads it off here against Matt Garza, the starter today for the Rays. What a start for him. His third appearance of the year, 2-0 mark. Both wins against Baltimore. Both outings against Baltimore, 1.13 earned run average. And in his last win against the Orioles, an 8-inning effort, giving up just one run, had 5 Ks. A bundle of energy per usual. As he gets ready to deal with Marco Scudero, leads it off here in the bottom of the first inning. I'm a pretty positive guy, Jerry, for the most part, as I think you know, spending time with me.
Oh, upbeat as can be.
But these clouds off to the left,
yeah,
they don't look real good.
No, not right now, they don't.
Maybe sun shining at Fenway Park at the moment, but this is off to the left.
Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever met anybody as upbeat and positive as you. You know, first time I thought of that.
Exactly. Scudero at 282. The home run, 3 runs batted in. And the strike to Scudero shortened up. It's 1-2. Garza, of course, with the Minnesota Twins originally. 3-2 against the Red Sox with the Rays. He was 2-0 against Boston as a member of the Twins, so 5-2 overall. His best work against Boston came in the 2008 postseason, where he was 2-0. He allowed just 2 runs in 13 innings pitched in the 2008 American League Championship Series against the Red Sox, that 7-game series. Strike 3 call. Marco Scudero. Garza strikes out Scudero to start the first.
Let's take a look at the Tampa Bay defense. They're 5th in the league with 6 errors in 11 games. Evan Longoria at third base. Jason Bartlett, the shortstop. Ben Zobrist at second, and Carlos Pena at first. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, B.J. Upton, and Gabe Kapler. And Deanna Navarro doing the catching for Garza.
The clouds I was talking about, maybe it'll pass.
Now they're over Cambridge. They're not even. They're not going to bother us.
47 degrees here at the ballpark today. A chance of showers, just a chance. And the wind out to right at 8 miles per hour. Dustin Pedroia, a .391 start to his season. Really powering up here at the beginning of the year. It's in there for strike 1. Pedroia getting his 5th home run of the year last night. I was shocked to find out that the 5 home runs are the most ever for Red Sox second baseman in the month of April. The 0-1 misses, and it's 1-1.
Trying to think back of second baseman that I can remember, and I remember Reggie Smith started out as a second baseman with the Red Sox back in 1967, I believe, before he moved to center field. He would be a guy that maybe, could probably hit 5 in a month, but Pedroia's got the most.
Taps it foul, and it's 1-2. Former mark was held by Tim Naring, who had 4, Mike Andrews, and Bobby Doerr.
So I wasn't even close.
Tim Naring in 94, Mike Andrews in 69, Bobby Doerr in 1941. 2 is inside, sending Pedroia darting back out of the way.
Well, when they come inside against Dustin Pedroia, that's how they have to come inside, because if they leave it out over the inside corner, he's been taking it either off the wall or deep for home runs.
Two slice foul to the screen, and it's 2-2. Pedroia, not only the home runs, you think about the doubles from Dustin Pedroia since the start of 2007. He's second only to Baltimore's Brian Roberts. Has 150 doubles for the major league lead, 145 for Dustin Pedroia since 2007.
Well, Mr. Positive, what do you know? It's starting to rain. Well, it's been a nice weekend.
It really has. Well, maybe it'll pass quickly. And the sun's not too far away. 3-2 is fouled off to the right. Dustin Pedroia in a lengthy battle with Matt Garza. He's seeing his 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up with 1 out here in the bottom of the 1st.
Been that one fastball inside the Pedroia that knocked him off the plate. Pretty much everything else away from Dustin. As we take a look over at the Prudential Center, where it's raining there also.
Swing and a miss. Garza finally gets Pedroia, and it's back-to-back Ks. How about the starts today for Lester and Garza? They've combined faced 5 batters and struck them all out.
Yeah, both Garza strikeouts coming on breaking pitches. The one, a slider to Scudero. That was a changeup right there to Dustin Pedroia.
2 down for Victor Martinez, who is the DH today. Terry Francona's got both catchers in his lineup. Victor, the DH, after the long night last night, a .244 average, a home run, 4 runs batted in. This is the second time that he has been used in the DH capacity. There's ball 1 outside. They are ready to go should they be called upon. It is raining harder now than it has all day. And really harder than at any point when they had the tarp on to delay this game.
Plus the breeze has picked up just a little bit now also.
Ryan Gorman, the crew chief, will be the decision maker. Softly lined to the shortstop Bartlett with the shift on. It's a 1-2-3 first for Garza. We play at 1. No score from Fenway. does appear the shower will come and go. As off to the left now, blue skies again. The Red Sox and Rays playing through the rain after a half-an-hour rain delay to begin the day. Evan Longoria leading it off here in the second inning. 1-1 to Longoria. Carlos Pena, then B.J. Upton expected here in the second inning. 3-16 start to the season for Longoria. Waves at that, and it's 2-2.
Couple of changeups in this in-bat to Longoria. Last pitch, 87-mile-an-hour changeup from John Lester. Has Longoria a little bit off balance with that swing.
Longoria mentioned the 3 home runs. Got a blast last night that went halfway up the light tower in left field above the Green Monster. First time he'd gone deep since the first 2 games of the year against the Orioles at Tropicana Field to open the season. Fly ball to center field. Mike Cameron headed back, still going, and it's over his head. Started over the wrong shoulder initially. Kind of got twisted up out of the gate, and that one ends up over his head. And Evan Longoria's got a double to begin things here in the second inning.
It's almost like Mike Cameron froze just for a second, and that was the difference in him making the play. Watch the reaction in center field on contact. Turns to his right, then back to his left, and by the time he gets back, the ball's going to be over his head.
A real slippery track out there on the wet warning track. Evan Longoria at second base with a double to begin the second inning. A look at some of the standing water that is out there. Here is Carlos Pena. Pena drives one to deep center field. Back goes Cameron looking up, and that ball is gone. Straightaway center field. A 2-run home run for Carlos Pena. He's 4th of the year, and the Rays out to a 2-0 lead. Well, after a stellar first for John Lester, a much different second so far.
And Carlos Pena, for some reason, just owns John Lester as far as home runs go. This is his 5th career home run against John Lester. Fastball away and straightaway center field for Pena.
So now B.J. Upton. Take strike 1 from Lester. Upton off to a 225 start, 2 homers, and 6 runs batted in. Broken bat. Fly ball to shallow left center field. Falling fast. Out is Scudero to make the running catch over the shoulder for the first out of the inning. Looked like he had the best opportunity, even though it was a hard play out there in left center.
Yeah, the outfielders were not going to get to it, that's for sure. So it was Scudero who made the over-the-shoulder catch on this broken bat pop-up. He takes a peek at his outfielders. You know they can't get there, so he's got to make the play.
So 1 down here in the second inning. Base is empty. And the first appearance of the series by Willie Ibar, the DH. Ibar just 1 for 12 out of the gate this season. The home run, 2 runs batted in. On the ground to third base, Beltre's got it. Sidearm toss across to first for the out. There's 2 down. Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by the clubs. It's also a product for fans. Go to NESN.com/Bloomberg for details on how to improve your fantasy play. So 2 down here in the second inning. And Deanna Navarro, the catcher. John Jaso caught the nightcap last night, so it's Navarro's in there today for the day game. As he takes ball 1 from John Lester. Home run for Carlos Pena, the first home run given up by Lester this season. Behind Navarro, 2-0. 30 pitches deep. After 1-2-3 first, in which he struck out Bartlett, Crawford, and Zobrist. A double and a home run to start this second inning. He has got 2 batters in a row now. And maybe 3. Beltre from third base. Little bobble, but throw across in time. And it ends things in the second, but Carlos Pena's 2-run shot as the Rays on top 2-0.
Response to the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities.
Carlos Pena's 2-run home run has put the Rays on top 2-0 as we head to the Red Sox second inning. Kevin Youkilis, J.D. Drew, and Adrian Beltre to face Matt Garza. Garza had a 1-2-3 first inning, in which he struck out Scudero and Pedroia, and then got Victor Martinez to line out to short. The numbers for Kevin Youkilis. So you take a look at the numbers for the Red Sox as far as facing Garza. A lot of guys with not so good numbers against Garza.
Yeah, he's pretty much had his way with most of the guys in this lineup today. Youkilis the exception, a 300 batting average against Garza.
Field straight away. 17 pitches in that first inning for Matt Garza. Here's ball 1 to Youkilis. Here are the numbers against Matt Garza. 261 for Youkilis with a home run. Drew waits on deck. J.D. just 3 for 19 in his career against Garza. A strike, and it's 2-1. 3rd season with the Rays for Garza, 5th season in the majors. Fly ball to right field. Gabe Kapler from the Red Sox outfielder in a step or two. And he makes the catch for out number 1 at the bottom of the 2nd inning. First time we've seen Gabe in 2010. Former Red Sox minor league manager.
Had a turnaround in his career, retired, went to manage, and been back to baseball, back in the big leagues.
Decided he hadn't had enough. 34-year-old, starting his 4th game so far. 12-year veteran in the major leagues. Last year started in 67 games, all in the outfield for the Rays. When he initially came out of retirement, he went to the Milwaukee Brewers in 2008. After managing the Class A Greenville Red Sox. Oh, 1 to J.D. Drew. 1-1. Mentioned Drew just 3 for 19 against Garza in his career. As again, the Rays put the shift on for Drew. When you think of the shift and you think of David Ortiz, Jerry, a little surprised not to see David Ortiz after swinging the bat pretty well last night. Not going to line up today.
Yeah, I'm sure that surprised David Ortiz too, but according to Terry Francona, they wanted to get Victor a day off from behind the plate because he caught late in the night last night and let him DH. So Ortiz on the bench this afternoon. I don't imagine that sat very well with him.
1-2 misses. 2-2 to J.D. Drew. Some good swings last night to the opposite field.
When you've had a decent night like Ortiz did last night with, as you mentioned, Don, some good swings, you want to follow it up the next day.
Probably believes that this day off is kind of counterproductive to get him going. Not to say that he won't play today, but he's not starting.
Ortiz has doubled in his last 4 games, 1 in each game.
Drew lifts one down the left field line. It is curling towards the corner and is a foul ball, finding what little foul ground there is. Slicing, and just foul. And Garza, the pitcher, hoping that ball goes foul. Very animated on the mound. Yes, he's full of energy. I wonder if he knows about the Bruins Beard-a-thon. A great candidate. Payoff pitch to J.D. Drew. It's jammed and pops it up in the shallow right. Zobrist from second base handles out number 2.
Tomorrow night, the Bruins Conference quarterfinal series against the Sabres comes to the Garden for Game 3, capping off next week's Marathon Monday. The series is tied 1-1 after the Bruins took Game 2 yesterday afternoon in Buffalo. Join Catherine Tappan and Barry Peterson for WB Mason Bruins Face-Off Live tomorrow night at 6:30. Quite a day tomorrow.
Big day
in the sports scene here in Boston.
Marathon, Red Sox, Bruins Game 3. Adrian Beltre bats with 2 outs here in the 2nd inning. Beltre, a 300 average against Garza in his career. 270, no homers, 6 runs batted in. Beltre 3 for 10 against Garza. He'll miss by much, and it's a ball and a strike. Fouls it off painfully off himself, 1-2.
Abe Adrian Beltre has one of those slight uppercut swings, and a lot of times you see guys like that hit on top of the baseball and right back down on their foot or their shin. That's why he wears that guard on his shin.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. 2 down, 5 in a row out of the gate, retired by Matt Garza, the starter for the Rays. He is operating with a 2-0 advantage. He's to his first baseman, Carlos Pena, hit a 2-run shot off John Lester. The 1-2 to Adrian Beltre. Fly ball out towards center field. B.J. Upton wandering over to make the catch and ends the inning. He's retired the first 6. We played 2. It's 2-0 Tampa Bay. Floods in Rhode Island or Massachusetts, please contact FEMA at 800-621-FEMA or register online at disasterassistance.gov.
Met that young man prior to the game today. This guy right here. Out of the way, sir. And I forgot his name, but it's his birthday today, so I'll call him Kid.
Happy birthday, Kid. So we head to the third.
I'm not good with names, Don.
I'm just lucky you remember mine on a daily basis. Gabe Kapler leading it off, Jason Bartlett and Carl Crawford.
I do remember that Jason Veritek was his favorite player.
Kapler tries to bunt bid, but foul. And it's 0-2. Kapler 1 for 8 to start the season. So last year he hit .276 against lefties, with all 8 of his home runs coming against left-handed pitching. So this is likely when he will see his playing time. And certainly the case today against Lester. Tried to hold up and did, according to Angel Campos at first base. Outside for ball 2, 2-2. Lester struck out the side in order in the first inning. In the second, a double for Longoria, the 2-run home run by Pena. Then he retired the next 3 in a row. Kapler thought about swinging and held up again, according to Campos. It's a full count.
I don't think there's any question that Campos was correct on that one.
Inside ball 4. Man down to first base goes Kapler. First free pass allowed by John Lester.
Discover the wonder at Foxwoods Resort Casino with more than 340,000 square feet of gaming space and world-class entertainment. Foxwoods is North America's largest casino. Come to Foxwoods and experience the wonder of it all.
Kapler on to begin things here in the third inning. Took a step but didn't go as the pitch is strike to Jason Bartlett. We've seen on the season anybody who gets on gives it a try.
Maybe John Lester, being a left-hander, can neutralize that a little bit.
Outside, ball 1, 1-1.
Starts Bartlett out with back-to-back changeups.
Struck out Bartlett in the first inning. He went looking. Carl Crawford waiting on deck. Nobody out here in the third inning. Back to Gabe Kapler's tenure with the Red Sox, one of the most excruciating injuries we witnessed, of course, the Achilles tendon tear that he had in Toronto at the Rogers Center. One 1 is outside, ball 2.
Two balls, one strike. A good hit and run count.
Lester checking on at first base, back to the bag. First year he came back out of retirement, Gabe Kapler with the Brewers, hit .301 in 96 games. Rejuvenated after managing the Red Sox minor league system. 2-1 is outside, and it's 3-1. Mentioned earlier, Jason Bartlett, a .330 career average against left-handed pitching. A good spot here, 3-1. And he'll take the walk. First two have reached here on back-to-back walks in the third.
Strange outing so far for John Lester, striking out the side in the first, a 2-run home run in the second, and now back-to-back walks here in the third. Tonight at 8, don't miss a 1-hour special edition of Charlie Moore Outdoors with football legend Doug Flutie. After a day of bass fishing, it's on the gridiron where Doug walks Madfish through his famous drop kick. It's only on Charlie Moore Outdoors tonight at 8 on NESN.
2 on, nobody out, and Carl Crawford the batter. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Then on the grass at third base, Adrian Beltre. And Crawford does square and gets it down. It's Lester who gets it. He'll flip to first, and the runners move into scoring position. So Kapler to third, Bartlett to second on the sacrifice for Crawford. Although with Crawford's speed, you always get the feeling he's bunting to get on.
Yeah, that time, though, I think, Don, in this situation, lefty against lefty, he is sacrificing. It was the right-hander out there. He probably would have been swinging away. But against John Lester, who's been kind of tough on him, they go with the sacrifice, and a very good job by Crawford. He gets the job done. 2 men in the scoring position.
So one down, and you get into this heart of the Tampa Bay order. Ben Zobrist, who struck out looking in the first inning. Then Longoria and Pena. Zobrist fouls it off to the right. Yuka is giving chase, but it's back into the seats. Zobrist, a switch hitter, batting .323 against right-handers. 10 for 31 to begin the year, but just 1 for 14 against left-handed pitching. Tried to hold up, but offered, and it's 0-2. Call coming from the home plate umpire, Ted Barrett.
And it's on the curveball from John Lester.
Kapler at third, Bartlett at second, and 1 out. Zobrist lines it into right center field. A base hit. From third base comes Kapler. Bartlett from second base, and it's a 2-run single for Ben Zobrist, and a 4-0 Tampa Bay lead.
Well, the old saying, walks will kill you, and they certainly have in this inning for John Lester. Back-to-back walks to sacrifice. And then Zobrist gets the fastball and shoots it to right field for the base hit. Fastball, Veritek was set up inside. It stays out over the plate. 2 RBI for Zobrist, gives him 5 on the season.
The Rays making Lester pay for the walks, and now Evan Longoria is coming up with just 1 out in the inning. The sacrifice bunt worked out good. Got him in a scoring position, got him in. Evan Longoria with a double his first time up, 1 for 1. Runner goes, the pitch is strike, and the throw is not going to be in time. And Zobrist with a stolen base.
Zobrist picks up number 3. When he went into his slide, because it's wet out there, it almost looked like he stopped. Not completely, but it slowed him down, and it made the play a little bit closer. A side way to slide in there and just grab that bag with your hand. Kind of an awkward slide by Zobrist, but it's effective.
He's ground ball towards short up the middle. Scudero to his left. Nice sidearm toss and in time. As Ben Zobrist moves over to third base with now 2 down. Lester about to throw his 50th pitch, 2 2/3 deep into his outing. A 4-0 Rays lead. Ben Zobrist at third base with 2 down. And Carlos Pena, part of our key matchup, brought to you by your New England Honda dealers. And with his home run back in the second inning, a 2-run shot. He now has 5 home runs against John Lester, a .321 career average. Manning gets jammed this time, pops it up, shallow center. Scudero's out there, battling the sun to make the catch that ends the inning. 2 more runs for Tampa Bay. It's 4-0 Rays after 2.5.
with the Sox-Rays game and doesn't wrap up until the final horn sounds on Game 3 of the Bruins-Sabres series at the Garden. The marathon begins with TC and Peter Gammons on Red Sox Monster Monday, presented by BMW of Peabody, bright and early at 9:30 a.m. Get your coffee early tomorrow with TC and Peter Gammons.
4-0 Tampa Bay on top. 2-run single for Ben Zobrist as part of the top of the third inning. We head to the bottom of the third. And it is the bottom third of the Red Sox order. Jeremy Hermida, Jason Varitek, and Mike Cameron to face Matt Garza, who on 32 pitches has retired the first 6 batters he has faced today. Jeremy Hermida getting a chance to play a lot. Jacoby Ellsbury on the bench. Made it 231 with a home run and 6 runs batted in. At the end of the bat foul, 1-1. He's now started each of Boston's last 8 games. 7 games in left field, 1 in right. There's a stint there where Terry Francona had only 3 outfielders to work with and virtually no bench. Both Cameron and Ellsbury out. Here for a strike, and it's 1-2. It is a kind of a quiet series like a lot of the Red Sox. Made a 1 for 9 in the series.
Red Sox have had base runners in this series over the last 2 games, 0 for 16 with men in scoring position.
Hermida strikes out. 3rd strikeout for Garza, 1 down in the 3rd inning. Send it down to Jade McCarthy. Jade.
Counter number 33, Jason Varitek.
All right, thanks, Don and Jerry. Well, Matt Garza, as you mentioned, has enjoyed particular success against the Red Sox, and they're going to have their work cut out for them trying to get back in this ballgame as they trail 4-0. And the Rays starter, he's off to a strong start, 2-0 this season with a 1.13 ERA, but like all good pitchers, he still has things that he's working on.
He seems to pitch better versus the better teams, and he's always very good. He's been real good these first 2 starts, 8 innings in both starts. His big focus all spring long and so far this season is to eliminate some of the walks, some of the free passes. You know, the league as a whole hit about 230 off of him last year, and try to get him to realize that the walks reach base at a 1,000 clip, you know, and let's make them put the ball in play and reach base at a 230 clip versus a 1,000 clip.
Well, so far so good in 18-plus innings this 2010 season. Only 5 walks for Garza, and he has 0 on the day here thus far.
All right, Jade, thank you very much. A deep drive to left, and back there is Crawford right at the wall to make the catch on the captain, Jason Varitek, for the 2nd out of the inning. And he's had a great start to the year, 3 home runs. And this one, a good drive, but back there is Crawford with good speed on the track.
Yeah, you've got a lot of speed out there between B.J. Upton and Kyle Crawford governing the distance in left center field, and that time Crawford going back to the warning track to make the play against Jason Varitek. I tell you, Varitek's making good, solid contact. Fortunately, that time Crawford did to make the catch. Not quite enough to get it off the scoreboard.
2 down here in the 3rd inning, and Mike Cameron, the batter. Cameron off to a 222 start, no homers and no runs batted in. Came in as a defensive replacement in the 11th inning of the suspended game last night, then started the nightcap. Ground ball and a check swing to first. Payne will take it himself, and Garza with an easy 1-2-3 third. Tampa Bay on top, 4-0.
RedSox.com. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source, the RedSox.com shop. Accept no substitutes.
Top of the fourth inning, it's 4-0 Tampa Bay as B.J. Upton leads it off in the inning against John Lester. It's our pleasure to have with us Rob Dixon, who's from Project Rise in Brockton, Massachusetts, and part of MLB Stars Among Us. Great to see you. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
How you doing?
Good.
All right.
Tell us a little bit about Project Rise in Brockton.
It's actually run out of Braintree. It's a program that serves inner city youth academically and socially. We try to provide opportunities for these kids to transform their lives and get better chances to move on to college and beyond.
And the Stars Among Us program through MLB, you had a chance to go to St. Louis last year as you were chosen. That had to be pretty cool.
That was really cool. It was very exciting personally for me. I had a great experience. Got a chance to meet some of the ball players, including Uke, on the field. I've developed a relationship with Kevin Euclid and his wife Enza. They actually supported the program, our breakfast program last year in the summer program, so it was really good. But as I said, overall, I think it was a great opportunity and experience for me to participate in this, and I'm hoping that it will encourage more people to do the same. Not for just the purpose of getting involved with a Major League Baseball All-Star game, but just to give back to your community and find ways you can support young people.
Major League Baseball has always done such a fantastic job of reaching out to the communities and doing so in a big way with this program, it appears.
Yes, it is. We like to get them more financially involved, obviously, sure. But the reality is that they've been tremendous in terms of their support, so we want to continue to build a long-term relationship with them.
A strikeout there for out number 2.
Everything away in that at bat right there, and down and away for the final strikeout against Willie Ibar with the fastball.
Where can fans go to get involved? I know they'll be picking this year's volunteers for the All-Star game again. How can fans get involved?
Well, I think they just go to the All-Star Among Us Award, or I believe the All-Star Award that Major League Baseball is providing for people to sign up. Just registration. I think the nomination process is going on right now, and then once they get that going, they'll start the actual voting process.
You're also part of a video last year as well, Going Beyond with President Obama. Tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, I was presented by President Bush. There were 5 of the winners, of the 30 winners that were selected to be presented by former presidents, and fortunate to have the presentation done by former President Bush. That was powerful. We've got a lot of international and national exposure from that. It's really brought a great deal of attention to the program and the work that we do. We've gotten calls from places like Virginia and Louisiana that's interested in starting pilot programs for the work that we do here in Boston. So that was tremendous. I think it was great that we got that kind of exposure. Again, we're just trying to translate that into financial support and get more people connected to the Red Sox and the organization itself involved in what we're doing.
Navarro tries to hold up. Kanani strikes out. Rob Dixon, thanks for coming up.
Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Pleasure. Thanks.
4-0 Tampa Bay.
2010 season. Visit RedSox.com to purchase yours. New ticket options include the standing room packs, which include tickets to either a New York Yankees or an LA Dodgers game. Visit RedSox.com today.
Four 0 Tampa Bay on top of Boston as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Rays are waiting for Deanna Navarro, who has yet to come out. Somebody else warmed up Matt Garza, and here comes Navarro. Of course, he was the final out of last inning. But he is ready to go as the Red Sox come to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the Red Sox order, Marco Scutaro, Dustin Pedroia, and Victor Martinez to bat in the inning. Scutaro, a strikeout victim back in the first. 3 strikeouts today for Garza. He has retired the first 9 Red Sox he has faced.
All 3 of his strikeouts have been on breaking pitches, 2 sliders and 1 changeup to Pedroia.
Strike 1 over the outside corner. And 2 strikeouts in the first, a strikeout in the third. Didn't miss by a lot, and it's 1-1. Interesting, we heard Jade McCarthy check in with Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, last inning for the Rays and trying to minimize the walks for Matt Garza. There was one area you could point to a year ago, just unnecessarily, for a guy who's got good control. And so far today, he's had none as he jumps ahead here, 1-2.
No, he's been exactly where he wants to be so far today. He's been on the corners with his fastball with a nice tight slider. He's thrown a couple of changeups. Almost nothing down the middle of the plate.
Two defensive swing protecting the plate, and hangs at 1-2.
One of those pitches not ideal to swing at, but you can't take the chance of taking it. It could be strike 3. Garza again going to the corner away.
Doesn't appear you could do a whole lot with that pitch, even if you wanted to.
No, you just hope to foul it off.
Scudero fouls off another. Time now for the play of the week, brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Thursday afternoon in Minnesota, Marco Scutaro went deep in the hole to rob the Twins. Michael Kadire of a hit. Play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Well, some kind of play. One and 2 to Scutaro. Too far outside that time. Tantalizing enough for Scutaro, and it's 2-2. And Hickey, the pitching coach for the Rays. There's ball 3, full count. Gonna like his rotation this year. So much has been made of the Red Sox rotation, rightly so, with the addition of John Lackey. But this Rays rotation is pretty good.
We saw Wade Davis in this first game of this series. He's the number 5 guy. That's not too bad.
Ball 4, talking about the walks. Here's one. Scutaro down to first base runner for the Red Sox on the day. .49 pitches for Garza as he gets ready to deal with Dustin Pedroia. He struck out swinging back in the first inning. Here's strike one from Garza.
7-game hitting streak now for Dustin Pedroia coming in today's game.
Runs it inside, 1-1. Will be next. Red Sox batting bottom of the fourth inning. Garza, 26 years old, born in Selma, California, resides in Fresno, California during the offseason. Again, he was part of the deal from the Minnesota Twins, where Jason Bartlett along with him coming here for Delman Young and Brendan Harris, a deal that's worked out very well for the Rays and worked out fairly well for the Twins also.
Yeah,
not as good.
Not as good, I don't think, Don, for the Twins. But, you know, when you make a trade, you hope it does help both ball clubs and help their needs. But I think Tampa Bay got the best of this one.
Got a very good frontline pitcher, and so much has been made about Bartlett's leadership abilities and what he has done for the Rays since going over. And Delman Young has not been able to hit the home runs the Twins thought he was going to. They were trying to get some power out of the deal. But again, as we saw, the Twins still very young. 3-1 is popped up right side, and Pena, the runner right in front of him, makes the catch. Angel Campos indicating a foul ball. Pedroia fouling out for the first out of the inning. Here comes Victor Martinez. Wind out short in the first. On the ground right side, they're thinking two. Zobrist to second for one, back to first, and it's a double play. Able to turn it. The Red Sox are gone in the fourth. It's 4-0 Tampa Bay.
and Boston.com. Every day, all day, the Globe has you covered. Log on to Boston.com for continuous coverage of this year's Boston Marathon.
Four 0 Tampa Bay on top of Boston as we head to the fifth inning. Mr. Positive at all? I don't think that's rain. Do you?
I think it is rain, Don. Yeah. Hopefully not coming in this direction.
Sure looks like rain.
Matter of fact, you can see the rain coming through the clouds.
Gabe Kapler to lead it off here in the fifth. Lester has retired 5 Rays in a row. Here's strike one to Kapler, who walked in the third. John Lester struck out the side in the first inning, and strike one is always so important for John Lester. It's the Twins, 10 of 27 batters for strike pitches, but today, 14 of 19. Kapler to left, falling fast. Hermida was deep, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Leadoff single for Gabe Kapler, who's on base for the second time today.
Walk back in the third inning. Jammed on this pitch from John Lester, but able to punch it out between Scudero and Hermida. The number 9 man in the Tampa Bay order on twice already in this game.
So lead runner on here in the fifth inning. Third time in 5 innings. Rays have had the lead man on. They've scored in the previous 2. And strike one to Jason Bartlett. Bartlett struck out in the first, walked in the third. Fouls it off, in and over by the Rays dugout. Carl Crawford waiting on deck, then both Ben Zobrist. We're in the fifth inning. On the ground down the line at third and just foul. Randazzo, third base umpire, the good look right down the line.
Randazzo straddling that third base line. Very, very close, but makes the correct call as that ball clearly in foul territory.
Throw to first, and it looked like Kapler may have been leaning. They're going to throw over again. Cranks it foul down beyond the Rays dugout, hangs it 0-2. Rays got 2 in the second, 2 in the third. As they bat here in the fifth inning with a 4-0 advantage. Red Sox have been stymied so far. Boston without a hit through the first 4 innings, only 1 base runner. Marco Scutaro with a walk in the 4th inning. And it's outside for ball 1, 1-2. Pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. John Lester, 4+ innings. A 2-run home run by Carlos Pena in the 2nd inning. 2-run single for Ben Zobrist in the 3rd. 5 strikeouts. It's been a very weird day here at Fenway Park. Rain, then beautiful sunshine, back to rain, to blue skies, and raining currently. Good news is there's blue skies off to the left. That'll be next. 2-2 is on the ground to third base. Beltre will go to second for 1. On to first. They don't get the back end. Lee Kapler, the lead runner for out number 1 of the inning.
Now Bartlett has pretty good speed, and he shows it here as he beats out this double play, straddling the bag at second base. Pedroia, he gets taken out, but Bartlett hustling down that line just beats it by about a half a step.
So 1 down, Bartlett at first base. Carl Crawford coming up. Crawford struck out in the first inning swinging, had a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd.
Sometimes Crawford has a tendency to chase that high fastball, especially when he's down in the count. Here he chases it on the first pitch.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Raining at Fenway Park with 1 out. A count of 0-2 to Carl Crawford, continuing to foul off John Lester pitches. Now it's back to Lester. Goes up to get it to second for 1. No chance with Crawford running at first base. But again, they get the front end, and Bartlett retired for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, no point in even trying to rush that if you're John Lester, because there's no chance you're going to double up Carl Crawford. Big high bounce, which certainly helped out John Lester. By the time he comes down and gets to second base, it's a little bit low, but no chance at all for Scutaro to get a double play.
Scutaro may have gotten nicked up on the slide there from Bartlett. And 2 outs now in the 5th, the runner at first. And Varitek headed out to talk to John Lester.
Yeah, I think this is to give, as you mentioned, Scutaro a little bit more time. It looked like he got nicked up a little bit, as you said, Don, on that double play, the takeout at second base by Bartlett. Bartlett comes in. Looks like he might have caught him right in the ankle. Right in the right ankle.
So 2 down in the inning. Crawford at first base. Ben Zobrist the batter. check on Crawford, was fully expecting it. One stolen base today for the Rays. Ben Zobrist in the third inning. The Rays do so many things well. Their running game is certainly something to deal with as an opponent.
Lester trying to be as quick as he possibly can to the plate. A lot of throws to first base and then trying to be quick home.
Left field, and a base hit for Ben Zobrist as heading from first and stopping between second and third is Crawford. Throw goes to third. It looked like he was headed in that direction, but looked up and saw the ball in the glove of Hermida, so he stops, throws the brakes on. And Zobrist has got his second hit of the day, and it's first and second now, 2 down.
Got a changeup this time from John Lester. Pretty good pitch that was down, but Zobrist goes right down with it and puts it on the line in left field. Kyle Crawford taking no chances of being thrown out at third base with 2 outs.
Two on, 2 down. And Evan Longoria, the batter, doubled in the second inning. Bounced to short last time up, 1 for 2. Pickoff play at second. Longoria cheating in, but no throw. Isn't doing. We haven't had rain in sunshine yet. First time today. This time Lester will throw. Crawford back to the bag.
See Pedroia put his hand out, sign possibly that he wants to pick off attempt at second base. It's amazing how the speed of a Kyle Crawford can distract everybody on the playing field.
Evan Longoria finally gets a pitch and it misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Down in the count, 1-0. Lester elects the curveball. A big swing there by Longoria.
I was thinking light tower again.
Yeah,
last night.
3 quick ones.
Another pickoff play at second base. No throw from Lester. There go the runners. The pitch is outside and a double steal. Kyle Crawford takes third. Ben Zobrist takes second. Well, Lester was trying to do everything he possibly could not to have that happen, and it just did.
Base stealers love to go against left-handed pitches when they're on the mound, and this is no contest. Not even a throw by Jason Veritek to either base, third base or second. So many times you see Crawford go and you don't even see a throw.
30 in a row. And now Longoria ahead 3-1. Crawford at third base, Zobrist at second base, 2 outs here in the 5th. Longoria fouls it off, and it's a full count.
Kind of went to 3-1. You consider maybe put him on first base with first base open, but Pena on deck. He's had great success against Leicester.
He was already homered off him today. Three-2 to Longoria. On the ground towards second base. Dustin Pedroia throws to first for the out. And Lester gets out of the jam in the fifth. Halfway through this one, it's 4-0 Tampa Bay. Eastern Bank is here to help you and your community win. And for each Red Sox win this month, the Eastern Bank Charitable Foundation will donate $500 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Boston. Target has been set for Kevin Youkilis. Red Sox have some work to do, trailing by 4 runs. They bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. Youkilis, Drew, and then Beltre. Breaking ball for strike 1 from Matt Garza. Has not relinquished a hit through the first 4 innings. One Boston base runner, Marco Scudero, walk in the 4th inning. That's been it. He was quickly erased and a double play grounded into by Victor Martinez. Garza 57 pitches, dealing with the first batter of the 5th inning. Youkilis in his first at bat, flied out to right field back in the 2nd inning. Youkilis tried to hold up, but strikes out. Navarro's got to throw him out as he dropped it initially. There's strikeout number 4 for Matt Garza.
Garza going to that slider off the plate. Youkilis can't stay off it. All the strikeouts for Garza this afternoon have been either on a slider or a changeup.
One out in the 5th, and here's J.D. Drew. He popped out to second base in the 2nd inning. Certainly, Jerry, a lot has been made of David Ortiz to begin this year, and the slow start he has had. But J.D. Drew now hitting at 135 so far. Very slow start for J.D.
Yeah, you got quite a few guys in this lineup off the slow starts, and that certainly doesn't help.
On a strike to Drew. Pops up.
I'm sorry, Don. Some guys at the top of the lineup, some guys at the bottom of the lineup. Tried to move J.D. around a little bit, hit him second one day.
Foul tipped 1-2.
Right now, Garza's got it going on with his fastball, his breaking ball, and his changeup. That was a changeup away from J.D. Drew.
Breaking ball in the dirt, and it's now 2-2. Full count. Garza has not had many of these. Build up in the bottom of the cleats, wet mound area. Thinking gas away, and Drew fouls it back. On the ground foul down towards the photographer's well. And Drew hanging tough with 1 out, bases empty here in the 5th.
Tried to put him away with a fastball, a slider. See if he tries to change up. Fastball away again.
And Drew strikes out as he goes looking. It's back-to-back Ks for Garza, 5 in all.
Garza wearing out that outside part of the plate against J.D. Drew. Only one pitch in that at bat inside.
The line for Garza and some zeros. Walk and 5 Ks. 2 down in the 5th inning. Adrian Beltre coming up. Ball 1 to Beltre. Flied out to center fielder B.J. Upton. Back in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1. On the corner, and it's 1-1. Garza at 95. Let's throw his 70th pitch of the day with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Don't leave NESN behind when you're on the go. Visit NESN.com/mobile from your smartphone to check the news and scores and to follow live game blogs of every Sox and Bruins contest. That's NESN.com/mobile.
Jim Hickey looking at Matt Garza. There's 2 outs here in the 5th inning, both on strikeouts. Ahead of Beltre, 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Beltre can get on. Jeremy Hermida will have a chance here in the 5th. To left field. This will be off the wall. And the Red Sox have their first hit of the day. Beltre's headed for second. He better hurry up. He is out at second base. Well, the Red Sox get their first hit of the day. And gunned down trying to stretch it into a double is Beltre. 4-0 Rays.
Meeker Insurance is not just how you covered, it's how you treated. And we'll take a look at John Lester getting Evan Longoria to end last inning. Starts him off inside, really kind of mixes his pitches up in and out against Longoria. Fastball away, that was on the steal. Breaking ball inside part of the plate, then the fastball away is fouled off, same thing. Fastball away and a ground ball at second base for the out.
So Lester pitches into the 6th inning, having thrown 80 pitches through the first 5. And one of his nemesis today, certainly Carlos Pena. Has done well against Lester, hit a 2-run home run back in the 2nd inning. Popped out to short in the 3rd, so 1 for 2 for the Rays' first baseman.
At the end of that inning, Adrian Beltre with the line drive off the wall. He finds the left field wall of Fenway Park, but he also finds that it's pretty close to second base, as he was out by quite a distance at second base. Beltre with the line drive off the scoreboard. One hop to Crawford. I think Crawford was kind of surprised he was going. And no chance at second base on the head first slide by Beltre. So the Red Sox out of the inning.
Inside to Pena, 2-1. Pena, B.J. Upton, Willie Ibar expected here in the 6th inning. Red Sox infield in the shift. Ball 3-1. Lester in his career 6-2 against Tampa Bay with a 4.00 earned run average. And then he walks Carlos Pena to begin things here in the 6th inning. 3rd walk allowed by Lester. fourth time in 6 innings the lead runner has been on for Tampa Bay.
If you're looking for a memorable night at Fenway, check out the Gosling's Dark and Stormy Boardroom. 8 to 12 guests will enjoy a private pregame meal followed by continuous in-game food and beverage service from the EMC Club behind home plate. The Dark and Stormy Boardroom is now available. To book, call 617-226-6025 or email premiumsales@redsox.com now.
Carlos Pena at first base, nobody out. And here's B.J. Upton. Late cut for strike one. Upton's had a quiet day at the plate. He's popped out to shortstop Marco Scudero, grounded out to third baseman Adrian Beltre. The Ibar on deck. Rays batting here in the 6th inning. Had a half-an-hour rain delay to start the game today. And it has rained on again, off again here at Fenway Park ever since. Upton skies one foul and is down 1-2.
But all that said, Don, compared to the conditions of the last couple of nights, today really is kind of a pleasure for these guys on the field. Last couple of nights have been absolutely brutal. What did Francona say? He had about 8 layers of clothes on yesterday?
Tito on a good day has got a lot of layers, generally.
Yeah, he gets cold easy.
On the ground foul outside of third, still 1-2.
Oh, that's right in Joe's grill, isn't it?
It really is.
Wow.
Mike Narachi special. Can't get much closer than that. Although the one we had in the booth was right about there. 1-2, misses inside. 2-2.
And then it's always been your favorite camera shot, the one where they shoot us close in the booth.
Really good. You have my profile. It's not your favorite shot in the world, but it's right here. I'm told that it'll be returning.
Yes.
Once the Bruins season is over, we get our camera back. Great.
I know they're looking forward to that. Maybe the season's going to go on for a long, long time.
That's why I'm rooting for the Bruins. Got the beard going, got it all. Big game tomorrow night. We want to remind you that it is time to put down your razor, pick up the cause. Bruins Beardathon is here now.
Looking pretty gray.
It's pretty gray. Join me, TC, and Jim. Grow one for the team to help raise money for the Boston Bruins Foundation. Pledge our beards or get involved today at bostonbruins.com. Well, Jim Rice was doing it too. That's right. Jim did it last year also. Yeah. 3-2 to B.J. Upton. High drive, center field. Back goes Cameron. And that ball is gone. A straightaway center field for B.J. Upton. His 3rd home run of the year. And Tampa Bay on top 6-0.
Well, the April woes continue here for John Lester this afternoon. It didn't start out that way. 3 strikeouts in the 1st inning, but a couple of big home runs. Pena got one, and now Upton with the 2-run shot. Fastball down in the zone, but down and in. And I mentioned in this series that Upton is very quick on inside pitches. That ball just gallops out of here to center field.
Lester had not allowed a home run coming into this outing today. Carlos Pena and B.J. Upton have both got to him. And it's 6-0 Tampa Bay. Action for the first time. The Red Sox pen. Scott Schoenweiss is up. Billy Ibar, who was 0 for 2, is grounded out and struck out. Outside ball 2-0. He's 1 for 14 to start the year. He'll start as DH today for the Rays. In the corner for strike one, 2-1. This is laced and a fair ball. Up into the seats and a double for Willie Ibar. Call coming from Tony Randazzo, third base umpire. Got a good look. Right near the line for Willie Ibar and a double.
It sounded like a broken bat from Ibar. A cutter that goes inside and right down that third base line. One hop in the stands. Right on the line, it looks like. I don't believe they call that fan interference. I think that they just ruled out a ground rule double.
So Ibar at second base, nobody up. Deanna Navarro 0 for 2. Softly hit. Lester looked to third, nobody there, so he turns it, fires to first in the dirt. Euclid doesn't get him. He came off the bag. Look out down the third baseline. Was cheating Ibar. Now he gets back. As Euclid was arguing with Campos, and then all of a sudden Ibar started down the line.
Now John Lester starts this play by thinking he might have a play at third base, but Adrian Beltre had come off the bag in case the ball got by Lester. So there was no play at third. Then he turns around and throws it in the dirt to first base. Lester has to, Euclid comes off the bag to make the play.
Error charge to John Lester. It's first and third now, nobody out.
See that runner at third base thinking about going home because Euclid was turned around.
Gabe Kapler has been aboard twice today from his number 9 spot. A walk in the third inning, a single in the fifth. Ibar at third base. Navarro across the diamond at first base. Lester about to throw his 100th pitch of the day. A 20-pitch sixth inning so far. Kapler grounds it towards shortstop. Scudero to second for one, on to first base. Not in time, and a run scores. Rays take a 7-0 lead. Ibar from third base.
Red Sox trying to minimize the damage in this inning by playing back, down by 6 runs to try to get 2 outs, but they can't get it on the double play attempt. Quick release both by Scudero and Pedroia, but Kapler with too much speed down the line to beat it out. 7 runs on the board now for Tampa Bay.
Top of the order, Jason Bartlett. Struck out in the first. He walked in the third, reached on a fielder's choice in the fifth. What a road trip to begin this year for Tampa Bay. This is their longest road trip of the year. They start by sweeping the Baltimore Orioles in a 3-game series, have Thursday off. They've won the first 2 games of this series against the Red Sox, had a 7-0 lead in the 3rd game of the series. 1 more left here in Boston, then they go to Chicago to play the White Sox for 3. 10-game, 11-day trip right out of the gate.
It's something they focused on, too, in the offseason and spring training, winning on the road more. And they have certainly done it so far.
Bartlett pops it up, right side, Pedroia will make the catch, drifting to the outfield grass for the second out of the inning.
Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care while at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org.
Two outs in the sixth inning. Gabe Kapler at first base and Carl Crawford standing in. 0 for 2 with the sacrifice bunt today. Fly ball to left field. Jeremy Hermida back shy of the warning track, makes the catch. It ends the inning with 3 more runs for the Rays. They lead it 7-0 at the end of 5.5.
Nesson, actually at 9:30, I believe we start tomorrow. John Lackey against Jeff Neiman will be the matchup here at Fenway Park. And, of course, tomorrow night, the Sabres and Bruins, Game 3 of the quarterfinal series. All tomorrow on Nesson. Big day on Nesson tomorrow.
7-0. It's been a big day for Tampa Bay so far. They're out hitting the Red Sox 7-1, lead 7-0. They've got very good pitching from Matt Garza. He's given up just 1 hit through the first 5 innings. Single for Adrian Beltre, who's gone down trying to leg it into a double in the 5th inning. That's how the 5th ended. We'll see how the 6th begins. Jeremy Hermida. Jason Varitek, Mike Cameron expected in the inning.
It's one of the few pitches that Garza's thrown down the middle of the plate today. He threw one to Beltre to end last inning when he took off the wall, but then was thrown out at second base. And this one down the middle of the plate. I haven't seen many of those today. Mostly he's been on the corners.
Well, the first 2 starts, both wins against the Orioles. For 114 pitches in 8 innings against Baltimore in his first start. Won 8 innings in his second start at Baltimore through 103 pitches. Fouled off, and it's 1-2 to Jeremy Hermida. That's 75 pitches, first batter of the 6th inning. grounds one up the middle. Bartlett to his left. Throws to first in time to get Hermida. Nice play. Just rolled up his arm there. Coming from shortstop and on the move, able to throw out Hermida.
Then he kind of made that look easy, didn't he, Don? He just is kind of gliding over to his left. The ball took kind of a funny hop on him. Off balance throw and gets Hermida by a half a step at first base.
So good defense behind Garza today, as well as good pitching. One out in the 6th inning. And here's Jason Varitek at the ball hard in the 3rd inning to the warning track. Carl Crawford was out there to make the running catch on the track, just shy of the scoreboard. Action in the Red Sox pen as Scott Schoenweiss is back up again. 104 pitches from John Lester through the first 6 innings today. The opposite field and a base hit for Jason Varitek. His good string of at-bats continues. When you look back over the last couple of years, Jerry, and it's tough to find a stretch where Jason Varitek has had as much success as he's had all year so far.
And you know, Don, a lot of this going the other way. He took a home run to the opposite field the other day on a breaking ball. Takes this breaking ball on a line to left field. Varitek 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Red Sox only with the 2 hits.
A 1 out, 1 on. Mike Cameron grounded out in the 3rd inning. Ball 1. Garza last year holding opponents to a .233 batting average. Averaged 106 pitches per game last year. On the ground to third base. Longoria to second for 1. On the first, low throw, dug out by Pena. It's 2 and it's the end of the 6th inning. We played 6. 7-0 Tampa Bay.
CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox.
7-0 Tampa Bay on top of Boston as we head to the 7th inning. It's called to the bullpen. It was brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. The new pitcher is Scott Schoenweiss. After 6 innings from John Lester, Schoenweiss' 5th appearance. 7.36 earned run average. He's logged 3 2/3. And the opponent hitting at .313 against Schoenweiss.
Last outing for Schoenweiss was in Minnesota on the 15th, and inning in that game gave up a couple of earned runs.
Ben Zobrist leading it off here in the 7th for Tampa Bay. They take strike one. Another good day for the Rays' number 3 hitter. He has 2 singles, 2 runs batted in, and 2 stolen bases. Surrounds the plate but misses outside. 2-1. It'll be Longoria and then Pena here in the 7th inning for the Rays. The line for John Lester today, 6 innings, 104 pitches. Started off great, struck out the side in order in the 1st inning. The 2-run home run by Pena in the 2nd. The 2-run single by Zobrist in the 3rd, and then things changed quickly. 7 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Season earned run average is now 8.44. And 3 starts for John Lester and a leadoff walk for Ben Zobrist to begin things here in the 7th against Scott Schoenweiss. 4th walk allowed by Red Sox pitching today. Lead runner on for the Rays, and Evan Longoria coming up. First time Longoria has faced Schoenweiss in his career. For strike one over the inside corner. On the ground towards shortstop, Scudero. The 2nd for 1 on to 1st for 2. Erases the leadoff walk, double play, 2 down in the 7th inning.
The Red Sox have had a couple of close ones at first base today, but this one not as close. The underhand flip by Scudero, Pedroia to Youkilis to pick up the double play.
Two down for Carlos Pena. Hit a 2-run home run back in the 2nd inning, his 4th home run of the year. He's popped out to short, walked and scored 2 runs. Chop to first. Youkilis will gather and take it himself to end the inning. 7th inning stretch from Fenway Park at 7-0 Rays.
white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Back at Fenway Park, great rendition of God Bless America, Jenna Griffith here at Fenway Park as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. And in all Tampa Bay, 7-0 today. I know it is a small sample of just 12 games, and normally during the season, 12-game stretches don't mean a whole lot, but things have not gone well so far for the Red Sox.
Now, we've kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, Don, and the fact that the Red Sox have had very few games where they've been able to put everything together, you know, the pitching, the defense, and the hitting, and it's been either one or the other, and it hasn't quite worked yet. And the Red Sox find themselves 4-7 coming into today's action. This has been a one-sided affair to this point, and they're just looking for that, you know, that game that can turn them around and get things going. It hasn't happened yet this afternoon, that's for sure.
Hasn't in this series. The Tampa Bay Rays taking the first 2 games, and today on top 7-0. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 11th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. As always, we thank them for dropping off refreshments in the booth today. As we play along to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Did you have a sausage sandwich?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
Looked good.
It was fabulous. It'll be Scudero, Pedroia, and Martinez to face Matt Garza. Has given up just 2 hits in his first 6 innings of work. Single for Beltre, single for Veritek. And that has been it. The only other base runner for Boston, a walk by Scudero back in the 4th inning. Scudero walked in the 4th. He struck out in his first at bat back in the 1st inning. Total of 5 strikeouts for Matt Garza. This one fouled off right above us. 0-2 to Scudero.
This one hit a little too hard and a little too high. I think even if it was down, I'd have been ducking. That was fake.
That was kind of a false hustle on your part.
That was totally fake because I knew it was above us.
0-2 to Marco Scudero. Ball 2 strikes. Scudero now. Pedroia next. And Victor Martinez will be along here in the 7th inning. Each ball has come out on the field by the Rays dugout. Just off the outside edge. And it is 2-2. Working the corners all day. It's 5 strikeouts. Ball 3, full count.
I bet Garza hasn't had 5 pitches today down the middle of the plate. Everything has been on a corner, sliders away, change-ups on the corners.
Through the left side into left field, a base hit. Red Sox trying to get something started here in the 7th inning. Send it down to Jade McCarthy.
Hey guys, well, you were just talking about the troubles that the Sox have had and really putting everything together. Of course, they're trying to avoid their 4th straight loss out here this afternoon. And last night after the game, Dustin Pedroia voicing some frustration in the clubhouse.
Yeah, we didn't play very well. The first game was really, really bad. And then that one, it was tough. So, we got to come out tomorrow morning and we got to play a lot better because, we're throwing games away. We should be winning these games instead of giving them away. So, we need to be better than that. You got to play good. You got to hit the ball good. You got to play good defense. You got to pitch good. If we don't start doing that, we ain't going to be good. We ain't going to be a playoff team, I'll tell you that. We got teams that want to kick our so we better come out and play better.
So maybe, guys, Pedroia trying to give his teammates a little bit of a wake-up call. He, of course, is trying to get something going here with a man on first.
All right, Jade, thank you very much. Dustin Pedroia today has gone 0 for 2, a strikeout and a foul out. And really, I think the most frustrating thing about last night, you had the bases loaded situation, nobody out, could not score. The game was theirs, essentially, and then the very next inning, the Rays come back and win the game.
Exactly right, Don. That was a crusher last night, the bases loaded situation, and not being able to win that game. And so the Red Sox now with 4-7, still very early. Baltimore with 1 win on the season. But he's right. I mean, he's exactly right. You don't pitch, you don't hit, you don't catch the ball, you don't win.
On the ground up the middle, Bartlett to second base for 1, on to first. Double play and 2 down here in the 7th inning. That is the 3rd double play of the day turned by the Rays.
Well, twice the Red Sox have had hits, and then that's been followed by a ground ball for a double play. It was Cameron back in the 6th, now Pedroia in the 7th.
No member of the Boston Red Sox has yet to reach second base in this game. The 2 outs in the 7th inning.
No, one did, but he was out.
Right, at second base. Still didn't reach it, though. He was shy of it. The 2 down here in the 7th. Victor Martinez about to bat. Yeah, the walk in the 4th inning to Marco Scutaro with 1 out turned into a double play. A single for Varitek in the 6th. Cameron grounded into a double play. A single here for Scutaro. Pedroia grounds into the double play. And Garza has made it look easy today through 6 2/3. Two and 0. Garza got Victor Martinez to line out in the 1st, had him ground into a double play in the 4th. So the breakdown of pitches per inning. None in which he's really had to expend a great deal of energy.
Exactly what Tampa Bay was hoping for, too, because I don't believe Soriano's available today after pitching twice yesterday here at Fenway Park. Comfortable lead going in late into the ball game.
It saves in both games. The resumed suspended game last night and then the scheduled game. Victor fouls it off and it's 2-2. Garza still throwing hard, 94 on the fastball. It's been a wild day weather-wise here at Fenway Park. Very bright now, and the shadows are a factor. About a little bit over halfway to the mound now.
It's just nice to see the sun. Last time we saw it, we were in Minnesota.
Full count to Victor Martinez. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Douglas on deck. On the ground, the shift on. It's Longoria around the bag at second, who fires to first, and the Red Sox are gone in the 7th. We head to the 8th, 7-0 Tampa Bay. From the starter and the manager in their press conferences, plus Peter rates the young pitchers with high expectations. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. 8th inning back at Fenway Park, 7-0 Tampa Bay on top. 6, 7, and 8 for the Rays here in the 8th inning. B.J. Upton, Willie Ibar, and Deanna Navarro.
Looks like Kevin Youkilis heading in to get some sunglasses now that the sun is shining here at Fenway Park.
With the flip downs. Scott Schoenweiss back on the mound after he worked the 7th inning. Back out there to start the 8th. There was no action behind him at the moment in the pen. B.J. Upton with a home run in his last at bat. 2-run shot off John Lester. 2 home runs surrendered by Lester today. Upton 1 for 3 on the day. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Schoenweiss ranking 3rd among Major League left-handers since 2005 with 343 appearances. Falls behind 3-1. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk, second straight inning in which Schoenweiss is allowed a walk to the first batter.
Run across home plate at Fenway Park and help wounded veterans join the Run to Home Base on May 23rd. A 9K race with Fenway's home plate as the finish line. Participation is limited and advanced registration is required. The event benefits the Red Sox Foundation and MGH Home Base program. Visit runtohomebase.org for details and to sign up today. B.J. Upton on the leadoff walk to begin the 8th inning. Willie Ibar, the batter.
Ibar grounded out in the second inning. He struck out in the fourth, doubled, and scored in the sixth. Foul tip to the catcher's mitt for strike one. Joe Madden's Rays will be back here tomorrow morning to take on the Red Sox. John Lackey matched up against Jeff Neiman. Fouled off to the right, 1-2. We'll get underway at 9:30 tomorrow morning here from Fenway Park. First pitch for 11:05. Frame by Varitek. Schoenweiss wanted it. Instead, it's ball 2, 2-2.
A long look in by Scott Schoenweiss on this last fastball. Let's see what the Amica pitch zone says. A little bit inside. Everything had been away, and he tries to throw one by him inside.
Ibar lunging after that pitch. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the #1 SBA small business lender in Massachusetts. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Walk to B.J. Upton to begin this eighth inning. Now 2-2 pitch to Willie Ibar. He swings and misses. He strikes out for the first out of the eighth inning. First K to Scott Schoenweiss.
After a lot of pitches away in that at bat, Schoenweiss goes to the slider inside and no contact by Ibar. Bounces off the glove of Varitek, but of course first base was occupied.
One out, one on. Here's Deanna Navarro. He's grounded out, struck out, reached on an error. Take strike one from Schoenweiss. On the ground towards shortstop. Scudero will go to second base for one. On to first for two. Second straight inning. The Red Sox have turned a double play. It was 7.5 deep. 7-0 Tampa Bay.
They'll take you through the Major League Baseball highlights this afternoon and debate today's KGB poll question. What are you most excited about tomorrow? The Bruins, the Marathon, and the Sox. Plus a preview of John Lackey's start in the series finale tomorrow morning. That's all coming up after the game, only on NESN.
7-0 Tampa Bay on top as we head to the home half of the 8th inning. More Matt Garza. And why not? If you're Joe Madden, he's into the 8th inning as he has gone 8 innings in each of his first 2 outings. 7 so far today, and has blanked the Red Sox, holding them to just 3 hits. Youkilis, Drew, and Beltre expected in the inning. Red Sox have Manny Del Carmen up in the pen after 2 innings from Scott Schoenweiss. All the runs the Rays have charged to John Lester today. Youkilis has flied out to right field and struck out swinging. He's 0 for 2. Youkilis to the fly ball out to right center field. Gabe Kapler going back and he'll make the catch. Good running grab for Kapler. Had a long way to go, and he gets back to the track to make the catch.
Plus, right now, battling the sun. That's the sun field at Fenway Park at this time of day. So Kapler with a long run, battling the sun, and still able to make the catch, heading toward that Red Sox bullpen. And the frustration on the face of Kevin Youkilis.
1 out in the 8th. J.D. Drew coming up. He has popped out to the second baseman, Ben Zobrist, and struck out looking. Five Ks on the day for Matt Garza. For a strike, and it's 1-1. Mike Ekstrom is up in the pen for the Rays. First action we've seen of any kind out there today. Inside for ball 2, 2-1. Garza has reached 100 pitches on the day. That he's popped up foul off to the left. 2-2 to J.D. Drew. Finn Shields pitching here last night for the Rays. Red Sox coming from behind in that game. It looked like they're going to get it done, but ran short. They'll come from behind attempt last night. Inside, full count. Ball 4, Drew walks with 1 out of the inning. Just the second walk allowed by Garza. Garza wants a new baseball as Adrian Beltre makes his way to the plate. Beltre has flied out to center field. He singled in the 5th inning, tried to stretch it into a double. It was thrown out by the left fielder Carl Crawford at second base. 0-1. Down for Garza. Baltimore 114 first time out, 103 last time out, and 104 so far today. To left field, and a base hit for Beltre. It's quickly by Crawford. Heading for third base is Drew. Throw goes to third. It's a double for Adrian Beltre, and it's second and third with one out for Boston in the eighth.
Beltre, the only Red Sox hitter today with a multiple hit game. Takes an up and in fastball this time, and topspin line drive out toward that left field wall. No problems at second base this time for Beltre. He's in there easy. Time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow on Patriots Day, John Lackey gets the ball for the Sox against the Rays for the first time in 12 career starts against Tampa. Lackey is 9-2 with a 3.07 ERA. Last season, however, he was 0-1 against them. That loss snapped a streak of 7 straight wins against Tampa dating back to 2004.
One out, second and third for the Red Sox here in the eighth. Jeremy Hermida coming up. This time the Red Sox have had a base runner at second and third in this game. Garza has shut out the Red Sox through 7 1/3 innings. Ball one to Hermida. Action in the pen. Grant Balfour is now up. Hermida turns on this just outside the bag at first, foul.
He got the ball right in the face.
To Hermida. And low ball 2-1. Nicholas flied out to begin this inning. J.D. Drew walked. Beltre with a double. Second and third, one out. Back to Garza. Looks the runner back at third. Flips to first for the second out of the inning. And Hermida unable to get the Red Sox runner in. 2 down.
And the trend continues for the Red Sox, having a tough time driving in men in scoring position. Second and third, right back to the mound. They were giving him a run with the infield back. Garza touched the runner at third base, and the underhand flip for the out.
Randy Choate has joined Grant Balfour in the pen. Garza's got the second out of the eighth inning, and Jason Varitek coming up. Flight out to the warning track in the third inning. Single to left field in the sixth. That's one of 4 Red Sox hits today. J.D. Drew at third base. Adrian Beltre at second base. For Varitek to pull in the outfield. And center fielder B.J. Upton towards right center. Ball one away. This is still at 94, but he missed the mark.
Guys are fighting right now to try to get through this inning. This will be his final inning in this ball game. Maybe final batter if he gets on base.
Strike it, it's 2-1. League leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. Home runs per at bat so far. Jason Varitek won every 3.6. That's been a great start. Nelson Cruz, who leads the league with 7 home runs. And second. And a swing and a miss. Tardy on the cut, 94 and up. It's 2-2. Still throwing hard with 2 outs here in the 8th.
Very consistent all day long. 93, 94 with the fastball.
Away again. Varitek not chasing. Full count. Second and third, 2 down for Boston as they try to grab some runs here in the 8th, trailing by 7. Varitek hits a fly ball to left field. Carl Crawford ranging back, shy of the track, to make the catch that ends the inning. 2 left for the Red Sox. We played 8-7-0 Rays. Tampa Bay Rays won early. Second inning, the 2-run shot for Carlos Pena off John Lester. His second home run would come in the 6th inning off Lester. B.J. Upton with a 2-run home run after a leadoff walk. So plenty of offense for the Rays. 7 runs on 7 hits and plenty of pitching. Their starter, Matt Garza, has gone 8 innings for his 3rd straight start. Trying to win his 3rd straight start. As he goes 8, throws 115 pitches, has 5 strikeouts, walked 2, and gives up just a total of 4 hits as he departs at the end of last inning and wraps up his outing with a chance to get his 3rd win in as many tries. Red Sox are on to their 3rd pitcher of the day, Manny Del Carmen, into the game. His 4th appearance, he is 0-1 with a 4.50 earned run average. Comes on after 2 shutout hitless innings by Scott Schoenweiss. And for Manny Del Carmen, we last saw him in this series against Tampa Bay going an inning and giving up a couple of runs.
Final pitch by Gosler this game. The reaction from Gosler as he looks, he knows it's going to be an out. And he's done his job for 8 innings.
Dick Kapler leads it off in the 9th. Kapler's been aboard 3 times, a walk, a single, reached on a fielder's choice. Knocked in a run, his first of 2010. Ended up taking the loss in the continuation of Friday's game. 4th inning home run by Pat Burrell. Strike and it's 1-2. And 2 shutout innings in Kansas City, part of the last road trip for the Red Sox. Last year 5 wins in 64 appearances. 2-2 to Kapler. Jason Bartlett, Carl Crawford to follow here in the top of the 9th. Up foul out of play. We'll do it again. 2-2. In the dirt, full count. Lester today went 6 innings, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs, walked 3, struck out 5. 2 shutout innings from Schoenweiss. Carmen working in the 9th. Foul ball below us. Ball 4, 5th straight inning. The lead runner has been on for the Rays. Let's check in with Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thank you very much. 7-0 here. Tampa Bay on top. Lead runner on. Jason Bartlett, a strikeout, a walk, fielder's choice, and a pop out. His 5th plate appearance of the day. Ball 2-0. John Farrell quickly out of the dugout. Did not like that last delivery. Let's talk to Del Carmen.
Big day coming up on Nesson tomorrow, starting at 9:30 in the morning with Monster Monday, followed by Red Sox Game Day Live. Of course, our game starts at 11 o'clock. Extra innings live, Granite City Electric Red Sox final, and then we move on to the Bruins. At 6:30, WB Mason, Bruins face-off live, and the game, Sabres Bruins Game 3, big game. All wrapping up with Sports Desk at 10 o'clock.
Two 2-0 to Jason Bartlett. Gabe Kapler at first base after he walked. A swing and a miss. Carl Crawford waits on deck. Rays batting in the ninth. Red Sox have Mike Cameron, Marco Scutaro, Dustin Pedroia scheduled in the bottom of the ninth. Fouled at the plate, 2-2. To third base, tough hop. Beltre, the nice play to second for one, and that's all they'll get with Bartlett running. A nice play on a ball that exploded on Beltre at third base.
Boy, it really did. That was a nice play. That ball came up about shoulder high to Adrian Beltre, expecting the ball to be down, and look at that bounce. And from that point, only able to get one as Pedroia has to jump over Gabe Kapler. Been a lot of ground ball double play opportunities in this game. A lot of double plays and a lot of opportunities.
There's strike one to Carl Crawford. Strike two, 0-2. Crawford struck out in the first inning, sacrifice bunt in the third, reached on a fielder's choice in the fifth, and then flied out to left field in the sixth inning. Foul ground, Beltre going as far as he can. It's coming back for him, and he makes the catch. Went all the way to the stands and then realized that he was coming back. So turned around and made the basket grab for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that breeze today blowing from left to right and pushes this ball back in the opposite direction that Beltre was going. Ends up making a basket catch on it.
So two down here in the ninth, and Ben Zobrist stands in. Well, a two-hit day for Zobrist and a couple of RBIs. Knocked in two with his single back in the third inning. Center fielder Mike Cameron, step or two towards right center for Zobrist to pull. On the ground, right side at Pedroia. Throws out Zobrist, and the Rays are gone in the ninth. Red Sox coming up, trailing by 7 runs.
and Jade McCarthy. You'll get a breakdown of John Lester's performance and hear from the starter and the manager in their press conferences. Plus, Peter rates the young pitchers with high expectations. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
7-0, the Tampa Bay Rays on top of the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. And after 8 shutout innings from Matt Garza, the new pitcher is Mike Ekstrom. He makes his 4th appearance, 0-1 record with a 19.29 earned run average for Ekstrom. 26-year-old rookie, his first opening day roster claimed off waivers in San Diego Padres after spending 6 seasons in the Padres organization. A great spring. 20 relief appearances in the majors for the Padres over 2 years, 08 and 09. And a 1.73 earned run average. And 42 appearances for AAA Portland. Rain has started again here at Fenway Park as Mike Cameron takes strike 1. Fouls it off to the right and is down 0-2. He is 0 for 2 at the plate. Grounded out to first base in the 3rd. Bounced into a 5-4-3 double play in the 6th inning. Ground foul as he hits the breaking ball, and it hangs at 1-2. Two and 2 to Mike Cameron. Garza, 8 innings, 4 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 5. 115 pitches today. Really a dominant performance by Matt Garza.
Out of those 115, probably about 6 down the middle of the plate. That was it.
Will Madden getting the 3rd straight, very good outing for Matt Garza. 3rd straight 8-inning effort. This is line to left for Cameron into the corner. Oh, Crawford will go get it. Cameron headed to second base with a double to begin the 9th.
Cameron gets the fastball middle in and hits a topspin line drive down to that left field corner, rolling to the 310. So the Red Sox get the leadoff man on here in the 9th inning. Hits have been few and far between. 5 total for Boston this afternoon.
So Cameron at second, and Marco Scudero the batter. He's on twice against Garza, walk and a single after a strikeout back in the 1st. And that's strike 1 from Ekstrom. On Saturday against New York, last Saturday, a career high 4 walks against the Yankees. He pitched in the 9th inning. Fouled off 1-2. 2-2 to Scudero. On the ground right side of Ben Zobrist at second base. Throws out Scudero as Cameron takes third. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Sullivan Tire, your New England Toyota dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. One out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Mike Cameron is at third base, and Dustin Pedroia, the batter, is 0 for 3. Pedroia struck out, fouled out, and grounded into a double play. As he takes strike one.
7-game hitting streak on the line, and this is bad for Dustin Pedroia.
On a strike to Pedroia. Victor Martinez waiting on deck. One out in the ninth.
Fans have been through everything this afternoon. Rain showers, sunshine, rain again, sun again, now rain.
Pedroia hits a fly ball to right field, sending Gabe Kapler back. He's still going, and he makes the catch. Tagging at third base and scoring is Mike Cameron, the first Red Sox run of the day. Comes with 2 outs in the ninth. Two outs, bases empty for Victor Martinez. Well, Kevin Youkilis' wife, Enza, is running the Boston Marathon tomorrow. If you'd like to contribute to Yuke's kids, please do so. You can donate. UKids.org, as this one is grounded right side of second base. Zobrist will throw out Victor Martinez. And that is the ball game. The Red Sox are down 7-1 by the Tampa Bay Rays, as the Rays have taken the first 3 games of this 4-game series, and this has been frustrating to watch, Jerry.
Well, it certainly has, Don. And, you know, Garza today is always tough on the Red Sox, but today exceptionally tough. Hitting his corners with his fastball, throwing his slider, his changeup. Red Sox could do nothing offensively. Very boring afternoon offensively for them. They finally get a run in the 9th inning, but you're right. Tampa Bay has dominated this series against Boston. They've done everything right. The Red Sox have done nothing right.
Red Sox will fall to 4-8 on the season. Lester 0-2. Garza the winner, 3-0, as the Rays have won the first 3 games of the series today, 7-1. Join us again tomorrow morning for the series finale. Our live coverage begins at 9:30 on Marathon Day 2010 from Fenway. It's time now for WB Mason's Zach Jennings with Tom Caron and Peter Gammons. TC?